So we are still going to do the Anguttara, but today later I will do some discussion on the changes of the words. Okay. So we already finished the number 1. Okay, we are going to start with the 604. Okay, so you all can unmute, we can read together. 604. Amatante bikawe.
Amatante
bikawe
bikawe
Pamadinsu.
amadinsu
Ye kaya gata satim pamadinsu.
ye
kaya
kaya
gata
kata satim
satim
pamadinsu
pamadinsu
Amatante bikawe na pamadinsu.
amatante
matante
bikawe
bikawe
na pamadinsu
pamadinsu
Ye kaya gata satim na pamadinsu.
ye kaya gata satim na pamadinsu.
Okay, we start again. Amatamte bikawe pamadinsu.
Amatante bikawe pamadinsu
Ye kaya gata satim pamadinsu.
ye kaya gata satim pamadinsu
Amatamte bikawe na pamadinsu.
amatante bikawe na pamadinsu
Ye kaya gata satim na pamadinsu.
ye kaya gata satim na pamadinsu.
Okay, so this one is similar sentence with last time, so we can break here with the te and ye. So remember last time we discussing about the te and ye, right? So if you got the printout, so you just break here. And then this is the one I modified from Bhikkhu body, right? Bhikkhus, whoever is heedless about mindfulness directed to the body, they are heedless about the deathlessness. Whoever is not heedless about mindfulness directed to the body, they are not heedless about the deathless, right? So we can change it to according to what we discussed with this ye and te, right? But this one previously because of the yes, some and te some, that's why we are putting the they this case for those to them, you know. But here we don't have the yes. We yeah. Okay, we don't have the ye and te. Why we just have the te and ye? Okay, we don't have the te some and ye some, so it's very easy, right? So I just change it, make it as whoever, all right? Whoever to represent the whoever bhikkhus, all right? Bhikkhave. Whoever is heedless, heedless is pamadinsu. About mindfulness directed to the body. So mindfulness directed to the body is the object here. So object I put in italic, right? There is kaya, gata, sati. Sati is mindfulness. Kaya gata is actually is a contemplation of the body. All right. This verb, what is the verb here?
heedless
Yeah, yeah. Pamandinsu. Okay. Okay, so this represents the sentence. Because whoever is heedless about the mindfulness directed body. So this sentence is for this one, all right? Ye kaya gata sati pamadinsu. It's very easy. Subject is ye, whoever is heedless. It's a past tense here. It's actually in Pali is a pamadinsu, is a past tense. But in English is a translate as a present tense. Okay, so you can make it as past tense also. So, or if you want to put as past tense, so we can change it to past tense. So we can change it to those who were. So we follow the past tense, all right? Those who were healers about the mindfulness directed body. And then they started. Then they Te is a subject here. Okay, te is te. Te and te is a similar sound. Are healers. Okay. So this is a pamadinsu also. So maybe I change it to, yeah, so easy for you to see. Okay. So pamandinsu is always the main word. So the headless is about the death. So this is the object here. Object I'll put in italic in this sentence. Okay. So because whoever or those who were heedlessness or heedless pamadinsu about the mindfulness direct to the body, they are heedless. They are heedless pamadinsu about the deathless amatam. Okay, so you finish the sentence. So this sentence is easy, not difficult. Now the second sentence start with negative one. Na pamadinsu. And then the na pamadinsu. Alright, so it's just the pamadinsu. Na pamadinsu. Okay, so any question about this sentence? I think it's easy.
Sagi, can you give the the verb of the pamadimsu? The present
The
tense
verb? Okay.
dimsu.
You want the breakdown, right?
My dictionary.
Or you don't have the dictionary? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If we count it, it's supposed to be like this, it's a verb, but we cannot find it. Then the nearest thing we have to find is a noun, pamada.
Yeah,
Pamada, yeah.
yeah. Found the noun.
Carelessness, yeah. Then it should be pat and mud, yeah. Pat and smart, yeah. So this should be the nearest thing that we can find. Or maybe let's see, we drop the prefix, yeah. You got the pamadi. But pamadi is talking about brown, so it doesn't have the sense meaning. So we just take it, this word coming from this pamada, all right? Pamada, because it's a pamadena pamada, right? Pamada. So take it is coming from the pamada. So not from the, okay, you have the long A here, so from the pamada. Maybe plus the, so if you want to break it, then it should be the prefix part. Then with the root is mat, then put the A. Then if we're going to change it to insu, right? Take it is from pamada, right? Or pamada plus the verb form, okay? Then it becomes the pamadinsu. Yeah, it's a kind of special word here because it cannot even be found in a dictionary. It's a quite a strange one maybe. But most of the word can be found in dictionary, not this one. Okay, so no question, so we continue next one, all right? Now we go to the next one, also go the ye sum and te sum again, all right? So we read this together, all right? So amatam te sam bikawe pamuttam. So we break here, all right? Ye sam kaya gata sati pamutta. Okay, shall we read together? Amatam te sam bikawe pamuttam.
Amatam te sam
Sam
bhikkhave
bhikkhave
pamutam.
Ye sam kaya gata sati pamutta.
Ye
sam
sam kaya
kaya
gata sati
gatasi
pamutta.
pamutta.
Amatam te sam bikawe apamuttam.
Amatam
Amatam
te
te
sam
sam
bhikkhave
bhikkhave
apamuttam.
apamuttam.
Ye sam kaya gata sati apamuttati.
Ye
Ye
sam
sam
kaya
kaya
gata sati
gatasi
apamuttati.
apamuttati.
Okay, so we read it again. Amatam te sam bikawe pamuttam.
Amatam
Amatam
te
te
sam
sam
bhikkhave
bhikkhave
pamuttam.
pamuttam.
Ye sam kaya gata sati pamutta.
Ye sam
Sam
kaya
kaya
gata
kaya
sati
sati
pamutta.
pamutta.
Amatam tesam bikawe apamutam.
Amatam
Amatam
tesam
tesam
bhikkhave
bhikkhave
pamutam.
pamutam.
Yesam kaya gata sati apamutati.
Yesam
Esam
kaya
kaya
gata
kata
sati
sati
apamutati.
apamutati.
Okay. So do you notice anything special here about the pamutam and pamuta? Do you notice that anything special?
One
Is
is
a
past participle.
pamusati.
Anusati.
Okay.
Okay. Past participle, yes. And what else?
Accusative pamutam.
Acquisitive. All right. Okay, so we read again. Okay, tesam. Okay, last time, how do we translate the tesam? So we go for tesam is the, last time
Whoever
we have the, okay, to those
those.
and for those, all right? To those and for those. Okay, so maybe we can say, okay, or to those who
Has
forgotten.
forgotten mindfulness.
Then the next one is for them
For them
who
who have forgotten,
have forgotten
the
the
deathless.
deathless. Then to those for them who have not forgotten the deathless. Okay, so we just cancel the first one, right? To those, all right. Now, all right. Yeah. Okay. Pamuta. But you have two is another one. Okay. So it's a past participle. So I make it as a red color. Even though it's past participle, it make it as a main verb. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then another one, past participle. Right. Okay. The object will be two. One is the amatam. Another one is kayagata sati. Okay. Then another one is also amatam kayagata sati. But here the verb is different. This is a na. Where you get this apa? Okay. So this one apa coming from the na, coming from the na plus the this, okay, pamuta. Okay, na become up, so up pamuta. All right, so this is the word. Okay, now how about this one? So if you have this word pamuta, anybody can guess what is a prefix here? Prefix is
Pa.
pa. Okay,
Pa.
and then the root is
Mus.
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 M-U-S. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Plus. Yeah.
And
T lah.
T-A.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So you got what? Pamuta. Okay. Pamuta. From the pamusati. All right. So from here, you have to come to the pamusati first. So we check the pamusati. Yes, pas plus mus plus ya. All right. So this is coming from the past participle of pamusati. All right. And now you see the changes. SY become SS. All right. Okay, so you can see these changes. Okay, now today, I think I sent you some screenshot about this one. All right. So you see these changes here. It's on the lesson number 33. All right. Even though this is in the passive voice, you can see some of the changes. You might notice some of the changes you see before. right? So this one, okay? SY become SS. All right. So it's important to notice the change here. Okay. Now, so I need to go through here. All right. So these changes is when the Y is added. All right. So the first one. So you see this when you see some of the changes. BY become BB. I think everybody understand. Right. BY become BB. And with the kind of like aspiration, we call it the H sound. BHY become BBH. CY simplified to CC. CHY become a CCH. All right. Now, why DY change to JJ? I will explain later. DY, why it become JJ? DHY, because of the H become JJ, H here. And here is DY sent to the, is also another form. All right. So this means that there's two form here. DY become JJ or DY become DD. Right. So DD is easy to understand. So DY become DD. But why DY become JJ? I will explain later. All right. So we see some more of the changes here. All right. So DHY becomes DDH. This one you can understand. GY becomes GG. You can understand this. GHY because the H you got GGH. RY is just a we call it the interposition, change of the place, metathesis, change of RY become YR. TY, I will explain why later. CC. All right, you can see that this is now the spatial change. CY. Okay. Then VY here YVY. Here VY is because it normally change to VV. All right. And VV VAVA is very similar with the sound BAVA. You know. So if you notice yourself, VAVA, the mouth position is dropping down. So VAVA BAVA. So it's very similar. Okay. So I continue. So HY, this one is just change of place. JY becomes JJ, no problem. JHY becomes JJH. KY become KK, this one easy to understand. KHY become KKH, also easy to understand. LY become LL, easy to understand. MY becomes MM. So you see a lot of this NY become Nyanya, all right? So you see a lot like Panya, okay? PY become PP. And because the HY, because the Y, you got PPH. SY become SS, all right? So only few things that you need to notice that there are some special word. Why TH becomes CC, all right? This is one thing you need to know. TY becomes here. Also, this one is a special. The rest are quite easy to understand, okay? Okay, to understand these changes, YT becomes C, YTHY becomes CCH, YDY becomes JJ, all right? So these few things that you need to understand. This is some special changes here, right? So like just now, what we see is this SY become SS, all right? So by looking at this lesson, you can understand the changes here, okay? All right? So this one, you need to go to the Pali Meiji, the sound. Let me find my book first. Trying to find all my text. Sometimes I too much document, so it's like take time to looking around. Okay. So this is the passive voice. So you need to go to the very first document. Right? So you go to the this one. Go for the sound. Okay. Now you see here. All right. So just now we are talking about some of the changes. So for example, TY change it to CC. Okay. So this means that when the T from this side, it always go to this side. All right. So this one, just one is also another one. What DY, right? So DY change it to what? Brother Ong?
DY.
DY change to what? Brother Ong?
JJ.
Okay, JJ. All right. So from here, we go to here. All right. So this means that from the dental, it's always moved to the palatal. All right. So if you understand the logic from the group number 4, dental change to palatal. So TY become CC. DY become JJ. All right. Can you follow? So DHY become DH plus the Y becomes JJH. All right. Okay. So if you study together with this group, then you can understand the changes just now. All right. So just now we are saying is a SY become SS. So if you look at this lesson 33, you can understand the changes in the words itself. Okay, can follow? I go back to Anguttara. Right? So you have the SY become SS here. Right. So amatam. Amatam tesam bikawe pamutam. Yesam kaya kata sati pamutam. Okay, so the English translation start with yesam. Okay. For those who have forgot the mindfulness direct to body, those people will forgotten the deadness. Forgotten means that when we're talking about forgotten the mindfulness of the deadness of the body means that they do not practice. In a simple way, they do not practice the mindfulness direct the body. It's like 32 parts of the body, contemplate the head, hair, body, hair, and so on. So if they have forgotten, do not practice, this means that they will forgot the deadness means that they will not attain the nibbana. All right. So this is very simple. So for those who have not forgotten, those who have not forgotten means that they practice the mindfulness, then they will also attain the nibbana. So that's the meaning here. Okay. All right. Now we need to look at the Kaya Gata Sati. All right. So what is the case of Kaya Gata Sati? Kaya Gata is an adjective here. Okay. Sati should be masculine. Yeah. It's a feminine. Yeah, you can see Sati is a feminine. Because Sati is a feminine, that's why you can see it ending with the long A here. All right, because it's a feminine here. Sati is a feminine by itself. So that's why it's ending with the, remember the feminine is always ending with long A. And Amata is a neuter case. So Mata is a deadless. So it's the Amata is non-dead. It's a neuter by itself, all right? So since this is a neuter, that's why it's ending with the neuter also, with the M dot sound, all right? So that's why you can see the pamutam and pamutta is different. All right, can follow? Can follow? Any question? All right, so if no question, I will continue. Any question? Yeah, Brother Ong?
No.
Okay. So that's why the reading is different. Okay, amatam, but according to Pali, there's amatam with the M sound and pamutam. And then kaya gatia sati, even though it's a short I, but it's a feminine, so pamutta. And the rest is also same. All right, pamutam and pamutta. Okay, next one. Okay, so we read together. Amatam tesam bikawe anasevitam.
Amatang
Matang tesam bikawe
anasevitam.
Yesam kaya gata sati anasevita.
Yesang
kaya
kaya
sati
anasevita.
Amatam tesam bikawe asevitam.
Amatang tesam bhikkhave asevitam.
Yesam kaya kata sati asavitati.
Yesam kaya
Kaya
kata
kata
sati
sati asevitati.
Alright, so we have the yesam and tesam. Alright, so we start with the yesam first. Okay, so how should we translate the yesam?
Oh, that
So for those who, okay, for those who have not pursued mindfulness, okay, not pursued, okay, has not pursued. This is anasevita. Alright, so asevita you see before. I think you, if for those who attend this class, you see this word before, right? Coming from the word na plus should be the asevita. Long A. Okay, asevita means that asevita is kind of like follow it or do it again and again. You know, it's a kind of like sewati, all right? Sewati is an action by itself. Associated practice, frequented, it means that it's a repeated practice or somebody who practice meditation. So it's an action that done frequently. So this word also used, like for example, somebody approach a teacher, approach the Buddha to learn something. So we can use this word associate or approach it. Okay, so asevita. Right. So for those who have not pursued, so the mindfulness direct to the body. Okay, it's the object here. Right. So kaya gata sati. To them, they have not pursued the deadness. So persuade here, even though it's using persuade, it actually means the same like just now, practice meditation. This means that for those who not practice my meditation on mindfulness direct to body, they do not attain the nirvana. Okay. Then for those people who have pursued the mindfulness direct body, okay, to them, I have pursued the deadness. All right. So I think this is also not difficult to understand. So it has this meaning. Asavitam. Previously is a different one. Previously is this pamutam, pamuta. Right. Previously is also about this kaya kata sati. And now this is also about kaya kata sati. All right. Okay. So I think it's easy. Okay. So no question. So I move to the next slide. Okay. Now this one. All right. So we read again. Amatam tesam bikawe abawitam.
Amatang tesam bhikkhave apavitang.
Yesam kaya kata sati apawita.
Yesam
Yesam
kaya
kaya
gata
gata
sati
sati
apavita.
apavita.
Amatam tesam bikawe pawitam.
Amatang
Amatang
tesam
tesam
bhikkhave
bhikkhave bhavitang.
bhavitang.
Yesam kaya kata sati pawitati.
Yesam
Yesam kaya gata sati
bhavitati.
bhavitati.
Okay, this sentence and earlier sentence are similar. So only changes here is this sentence you see before, right? Okay. So previously this is the asevita, and remember all this is past participle. Previous plus should be plus the root say, yeah. And this plus the past participle with the ita, all right? So this one is also so bawita. This is also past participle. So from the word, so when you see like this, first thing you need to know is try to see divide all the work, make it to a spa
Bhaviti.
plus
Bhaviti.
ita. Yes, it coming from the bhaviti. So it's a past participle of what is bhaviti?
Develop.
Okay, develops. Actually, bhaviti is especially used for meditation. So coming from the bhaviti, finally you have the word meditation. What is meditation in Pali?
Bhavana.
Bhavana, all right? So it's also same. It's a from this ba plus ana. The suffix ana, this suffix ana is like ing in English, no? Okay, it's like English ing, like meditation, meditating. That's my ing, right? So you can just remember this ana. Ana suffix is very popular in Bali. All right. So abhavita, bhavita. So abhavita, bhavita. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So okay. So amatam tesam bikawe abhavitam yesam kaya kata sadi abhavita. Amatam tesam bikawe abhavitam yesam kaya kata sadi bhavita. All right. So I think this is easy. So you can see the process. The first process is talking about do not be heedless. Then the second process is talking about do not forget about mindfulness. The third process is you pursue it. Then the fourth process is you develop it. Okay. Now we got another. This is another one. Then another process is this one. All right. So we read together. Amatam tesam bikawe abahuli katam.
Amatam tesam bhikkhave abahuli katang.
Yesam kaya kata sati bahuli kata.
Yesam kaya gata sati abahuli kata.
Amatam tesam bikawe bahuli katam.
Amatam tesam bhikkhave bahuli katang.
Yesam kaya kata sati bahuli kata ti.
Yesam kaya gata sati bahuli kata ti.
Alright, so you see, have you seen this word before? Anybody notice it? Have you seen the word English cultivate before? Yeah, you see before, right? So it's coming from the word bahulikaloti. Right? So you actually all these are past participle. So this why past participle is very common use in Pali. Alright, so from the word bahuli karoti, right? So you have the bahu. The meaning of like you can see in the Mangastra, there's one about bahu sacha. Bahu means many. So when one makes many, so means that one cultivate. Right? So past participle or this bahu likaroti. I think this is also not difficult. So we have the yesam and tesam. So we just have to change it for those. Okay. To them. Okay, then for those to them. Okay. All right, so it's same meaning. So you can see the step already. You have the pursue, you have the develop, and then you come to this. Right, so this is a cultivate. It's talking about maybe you can say the after develop you make it increase some more, right? So it's a like step by step. Okay, now go for next one. Right, so I think we're going to finish soon. So we have another two. Okay, so we finish it. Okay. All right. Amatam tesam bikawe anabinyatam. Okay.
Amatam tesam bhikkhave anabhinyatang.
Yesam kaya kata sati anabinyata.
Yesam kaya gata sati anabhinyata.
Amatam tesam bikawe abinyatam.
Amatam tesam bhikkhave abhinyatang.
Yesam kaya kata sati abinyata.
Yesam kaya kata sati abinyata. Ti.
Yatati, right? So you have another one is the verb here, anabinyata. So it's a little bit difficult to pronounce it. Abinyatam, right? So this is a positive one. Okay. So anyway, they want to guess how to we going to how are we going to divide the word? Subject prefix is abi, right? And anybody can guess what is the root? Now you can see the word no, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No. Yeah, so it should be nya, right? Nyana, right? Panya, nyana, with the nya. And plus the ta, okay? Abi. All right, like abhidhamma. So abhidhamma sometimes has the meaning of higher dhamma or maybe more profound dhamma. So here is translate this abhi as a directly no. Okay, so abhinya. Okay, so it's a same like just now. So with the desam and yesam and yesam. Okay, we start with the yesam. Okay, for those who have not directly know the one. So this yesam and then the to them they this is desam. All right. So you all know what is yesam desam already, right? So this the first one is yesam. The second line is a tesam. Right. To them they have not known each other. Right. So for those for those who then to them they okay. So we start with the finish the yesam and tesam already. Now abinya. You notice that there's a double nya here. All right. Abinya. But in the root it's only nya. So there's one reason to know this. If you want to know, you can check the dictionary. There's always have a dictionary, okay? Okay. From the word abhijanati. Even the janati, so yeah. So you can just copy. So sometimes we can just learn ourselves, just yeah, copy and then paste in, right? So in this way, when you know learn the past participle, so you learn the find the present tense. So in this way, you also increase your vocabulary. So even janati also from the root is also okay. The root janati is from the nya, right? So why there's double nya, right? So the Vedic here is a Sanskrit, right? Sanskrit is this one. Sanskrit is this one, all right? The root is in Sanskrit one. Because of the root is Sanskrit is the this J with the nya. So when it comes to Pali, it becomes double nya. So you can take in this way. Why is it you have the extra this here? Okay. Why you have this double nya here? It's because of the Sanskrit J nya. All right. So in this way, when we learn the Pali, we learn the Sanskrit also. Okay. So no question. So we continue. All right. Next one. Amatam tesam bikawe aparinyatam.
Amatang tesam bikabe aparinyata.
Yesam kaya gata sati parinyata.
Yesam kaya gata sati aparinyata.
Amatam tesam bikawe parinyatam.
Amatang tesam bikabe parinyatang.
Okay, then yesam kaya gata sati parinyanta.
Yesam kaya gata sati parinyata.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Alright. So now you can see just now is api, now is a pali. Okay, here Abi is translated as the direct, and this Pali. The prefix Pali always have the meaning like a complete, or sometimes means the meaning of round. So that's why it's translated as the fully here. All right. So this fully is to represent the prefix Pali. Okay. So Parinyata. So you find this is quite same root with just now. It's the same root with just now, right? So I highlight all the verb because verb is very important for you to learn. Okay, so we get it, right? So it's important when you learn something, you have to know the whole thing, all right? So the prefix is Pali. The root is, what is the root? Okay, nya, according to Pali nya, or according to Sanskrit, it's a double nya, all right? And plus ta, all right? So you got Pali nya ta. And what do you think is a present tense is? What is the present tense? What do you think? Yeah, it's like just now. Parijanati. So
Parijanati.
remember the Pali. Pali is a completely or fully here. So that's why known for certain, comprehended or known accurately or well. Sometimes we have to understand thoroughly unknown or well understood. Right? So that's why when you learn the prefix is important. Okay. Just now is api. Now is Pali. Okay. Copy the meaning so you all can learn yourself. So when you learn the Pali, you in this way you learn lots of Pali also, okay? And you can see the difference between just now the Api, right? And this is the Pali. Okay, next one. So we already finished the Bawit. Previously Asavita, Abawita, Bahulikata, Abinya, Parinya. This one is Sachik Katam. You can see this Katam again. All right. So we read together, okay? Amatam te sambikawe asachik katam.
Amatam te sampikaveri asachi katang.
Yesam kaya gata sati asachik kata.
Yesam kaya sati asachi kata.
Amatam te sambikawe sachik katam.
Amatam te sampikave sachi katang.
Yesam kaya gata sati sachik katati.
Yesam kaya gata sati sachi kata ti.
Okay, now this one. So anybody can guess what is the formation, word formation for this sachik katam? You can see the katam, right? Just now we also got the bahuli katam. Okay. So anybody can guess? For example, this I think you all know already. Up coming from the na plus what? Anybody can guess? Okay, you have the kata, correct? Kata coming from the is a past participle of a karoti, correct? Oh, karoti. Then what should you put in between? Sachi, right? Sachi, okay. Okay, what's the meaning of sachi? Sachi karoti, all right? It's kind of like, the meaning of sachi, it's kind of like the rice you experience by itself, sachi. Yeah. Actually, it's very interesting word. Okay, sachi. Sachi, okay. Try to find another meaning of sachi. What is sachi? Sachi karoti. Sachi. It's not mentioned. You have only got sachi karoti. Sachi. So if you look at the Sanskrit here, right? Okay. Actually, the meaning sakka is to do with eye, you know. So when you see yourself with your eye, right? This sakka is something to do with the eye. So we take the words, all right? Sakka, yeah. Sachi, yeah. Okay, sakka, yeah, yeah. Aki, all right. See, aki is eyes, all right? So This akip coming, sakap is a this sakip is a to do with the sak. You divide to sak, x. X coming from the word akip. Akip means eye. So when you see something with your own eyes, so means that you realize it. So this is also very one part, important part, because nibbana is always described like this. One personally, like just like you see face to face, or you see with your own eyes, right? So this is also very interesting one. Okay, so it's something to do with like seeing with your own eyes. Of course, nibbana, not to say you see your own eyes, but it's like you witness yourself, right? So means that at this stage, somebody, they will, when they practice the kaya kata sati, they will realize the nibbana, right? So they have not realized and they realize. So they have realized kaya kata sati. So sachikata is to do with the realization. Okay, so we finish here. Right? So then we go for next one. Idam ma vocha bhagawa. So this one is a standard phrase where at the end of any sutta, like when the monks listen to Dhamma talk, they will say the Buddha said this Dhamma talk, and then Athamana te bhikkhu bhagavato basitam abhinanduti. Right? So here is just some commentary down here. Right. Idam avocha bhagawa. So subject is very easy. Subject is the Bhagawa, the Buddha. Avocha. Avocha is a past tense here. All right. The Buddha said, Idam said this. All right. The Buddha said this. Then after the Buddha said, what happened? So Atamana te bhikkhu. So te bhikkhu is a subject. Okay. The monk, and then the monk is described by the being delighted, right? So this means that they are, after the Buddha said that, they are being delighted. Delighted is atamana. Bhagavato basitam abhinantum. All right. This one is NTI, but actually is a coming from the is the one with the M dot, you know. So yeah, copy from here, okay. So with the M dot plus T, it becomes N, right? Okay, so abhinandum plus iti, all right? Abhinandum and iti. So it plus the iti. So then you drop the I here, you drop the I sound. Anyway, just drop the I is cancelled here. So when the I is cancelled, it becomes abhinandum. All right, so this is a past tense. Okay, right? Now, object is Buddha's speech. All right, basitam. Basitam is also a past participle. It's also a past participle here. Okay, and bhagavato. All right. So this to you can see in a consonantal group. All right. So in the all the lesson there. So it's actually genitive here. Genitive singular. So Buddha's speech. So atamana, being delighted, te bhikkhu, those monks, rejoice, abhinandum, in the Buddha's word, bhagavato, speech, basitam. So we finish here. So here the ending will be Amata Vago, chapter Amata, Visati 20. All right. Okay, any questions so far? This is also very easy. So I thought you all want to do yourself, so I choose the easy one. But next one is more difficult. No, we are going to go for the second. So if you are going to the second Vaga, okay, you can see the words are more. So this is all right, a lot. Yeah, but there's some. Yeah, there's the first one is easy. Then the second one is a little bit long. But we can choose some. Like this is not so difficult. It's quite short. Yeah, this is quite short also. We can choose some short one for you all to do. Okay. Okay. Any question? So beside this one, you also do you understand about this explanation just now? Okay. So this one is most of the time I think it's common sense for you all to understand. Okay. Okay. So just remember the TY becomes CC. All right. The THY becomes CCH. All right. So only this thing is a special here, right? TYCC. Right. And DY becomes JJ. Right. Then another one. Yeah. Okay. So the rest is quite easy. So you can see the nya. That's why you see a lot of nya here. NN coming from NY, right? So by study this, you call it the word formation of the Pali word. So this lesson is good for you. So lesson 33, all right? As if because of the Y changes, so you can see this. So this is important for you to learn also. Okay, no question? So today we will break only 1 hour. So next week you all can prepare for a little bit more tough one, okay? All right, so by this way, you learn already the past participle. So by this lesson, we already revised on the past participle, okay? And you also see some masculine, neuter, and feminine. And you see the abi, pali, the prefix, the importance of prefix because they change the meaning, okay? And then sachikata is interesting word, right? So at the end, any question? All right, so in no question, so we just do the sharing of merits and you all have a rest. So next week we go for a little bit tough one, okay? Okay, maybe we can, we still have some time, maybe we can do some analyze of some of the chanting, the one that we always chant. Okay, so you all always chant this, right? Agasata Chabumata, right? Dewa Naga Mahitika. Punyantam Anumotitwa, all right? So now maybe it's for me to test you, or since you all chant this all the time. Okay, Tua, what is the kind of verb here?
Sharon.
Sharon, right? So how will you translate in your own way? What's the main verb? You know, main action. What's the main action? Main action is which is the main action here? Main kriya. So who's the subject here? Even though it's poem, you know, this should be a subject, you know. This should be an object. What is the subject here? So this one you chant all the time. So you all should be able to tell me who is the subject.
All beings are.
All beings, all right. Okay, so you say all beings are subject, all right. Okay,
Rakantu.
now, right. Rakantu is the
Verb.
okay. So all beings. So akasada. Okay. So this is the subject, and then the Rakantu is a verb here. All right, you have the verb one. So when you have two verbs, so you have verb one and verb two, all right? Like Rakantu, you put at the end. The earlier one you should put in the twa, all right? So twa indicate is something happened first. So that's why having shared this marriage. So actually amoditwa means they rejoice. they rejoice on the marriage with the tua, rejoice on the marriage, because after they rejoice the marriage, then that's mean that they by rejoicing the marriage they get the marriage. So we wish that they will protect us. Okay, so you have verb 1 and verb 2. First one, verb 1 put in tua, second one you put in 2. 2 is the imperative mode, right? Means that may they protect the Buddha inspiration. All right, so here, how many objects can you find? Besides Brother Ong, anybody can try to answer? How many objects? How about other are silent, noble silent. Sister Ong or Sister Po Swan. Okay, what do you think? What is the object here? Any object?
Devanaga.
Devanaga is a
Object. Subject.
subject. All right, subject. Okay, how about object?
Object.
Yeah, object.
Sasana.
Okay, good. Sasana is the first one. All right. So how about the second one?
Punam.
Yeah, punyam. Okay, object, right? Okay. So having shared this marriage, so this is the object for punyam. Punyam is the first one. And then may they protect the Buddha Sasana. All right. This special of Buddha. So you got two objects and the subject is all beings. All right. But these all beings is talking about the beings who stay in the Akasa. Akasa is the, what is Akasa? Akasa
Sky.
is a
Sky.
space. Okay.
Space.
Buma. Buma is like Malay word like bumi, right? Bumi, Buma. Same. Means the earth. Okay. Ta. What is ta here? Anybody can understand? What is ta here? It's coming from one of the Pali verb that you always remember, tik-tak-tik, right? Tik-tak-tik means that they exist. Actually, the root is ta, okay? The root ta. So means that they stay or they dwells on the space on the earth. So who are they? The Dewa and Naga. And the Dewa Naga is a subject here. Actually, the subject is a Dewa Naga. It's modified by the adjective. They stay in the sky, they stay on the earth, and they have Maha and Idi, right? It's actually three words, Maha plus the Idi. Maha is a great, mighty. Idi is a power. And then with the Ka, all right, Maha Idi Ka, all right? Those who have great power. So after that, Amo Ditua actually is talking about rejoice, okay? Rejoice the marriage. All right, so may they rejoice on marriage, so may they protect the Buddha Sasana. So Chiram is a long time, may they protect Buddha Sasana. Okay, so this is not difficult to understand. All right, so this one, second one is Desana. What is Desana? Teaching of the Buddha. And the one is a Mam Param. So you see this before. All right, Mam is me. Param is a para, other people. Okay, so may they protect me and other people. So it's a very nice kind of like poem also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you count, it's always got the how many sounds? Okay, so 1 Akasata. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8 sound. Okay, so they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also got 8 sound. So punyam 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sound. So all got the 8 sound. So it's a very nice poem because they all with the rhythm of 8 sounds. All right, we call it meters. Okay, so this one you understand. All right. So this is easy. This one is even easy. Okay, last time I think discussed before. Idam no punya bagam sabah satanam dema. All right. Okay, now when you study this, main thing is you look for the subject. If you can find the subject. The second one, or the main thing you look for the verb. What's the verb here? main verb?
Dema.
Dema, all right? Dema means dema, deity, okay? Deity. Deity coming from the word da, okay? Da means dana. So we give, of course, the English we use the word share, but actually we give. We give, what do we give? There must be object. What do we give? What's the object here?
Punya bagang.
Okay, yeah, share of this merit is the object here, all right? Idam, imam is this, okay? This is a definite particle, yeah, okay? So, two, we share two all beings, all right? So, nam is which case? Dative or genitive, but here is only dative. So, we give punya bagam to all beings, all right? Okay, so this is easy to understand. Okay, now next one, all right? Any verb here? What's the main verb? Any verb here? Hotu, right? Hotu. And second one is hontu.
Hontu.
All right. Okay, do you see what's the difference between hotu and hontu?
Singular, plural.
Okay, why the first one is singular? Why? Why is the first one is singular? Why the second one is plural? Anybody notice it? Because it's talking about idam. This is a singular, all right? And our relatives is a plural, okay? Plural. So this singular and this plural. So this singular and this plural. Okay, that's very easy. That's the reason, all right? So idam no nyatina hotu sukita hotu hontu nyatayo. That's all. Okay, so it's a short discussion on the chanting here. Okay, so this one I think we discussed. Have I discussed this one last time? Maybe next time I'll discuss it. Okay, so we just finish it. Okay, so everybody turn on your mic. We do the sharing merits. Okay, put the hand together. Imano punya
Punya
bagam
bagan
sabah
sabasana dema.
Imano punya bagam
Bagan
sabah
sabasatanang dema.
Imano
Nanong
punya
puna
bagam
bagan sabasatanang
dema.
bemang.
Idam
Idam
no
no
yatina
yatina
Hotu
hotu
kita
sukita
honu
punya
nyatayo.
Idam no
Neo natinang hotu sukitu hontu nyatayo.
Idam
Idame
no
natinang hotu sukita hontu nachayo.
Here difference between the no and may is a no is talking about us, our, no? Okay. So if you recite idam me also can. May is mine, okay? Idam me yatina hotu also can, mine. So idam no means our. So that's the difference here, all right? Idam me yatina hotu or idam no yatina hotu also can, okay? Okay, so we just go for this one, okay? Akasata cabumata dewana
Naga mahidika
punyantam
anumoditwa
ciram
rakantu sasanang
Akasata cabumata
Sabumata Devanaga Mahidika Punang Kang Anumoditwa Tiram Rakantu Desanang
Akasata
Mata Devanaga Mahidika Kang Anumoditwa Tiram Rakantu Mang Parangti
Arura sampati sada sampati mevacha
Nibbana
sampati
Sampati
sami jatu
Devo
vasat
Kalina Sasampati Hotucha Pitu
Bhavantu
Loko Charaja Bhavantu Dhammiko Maya pati padadaya jaramaraha parimusisasmi ame punama ayavakaya vatuhutu idame
Sila maka palanya
to
ayo.
Imina punya
Amina mami bala
kau
samagamu
Samagahoto Java Nibbana Yapatiya Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu
Sadhu.